Hello guys, MrBasher here. Today I'd like to talk about the Harasser and how to use it most effective. Because I play main TR and there I go always with the Empire specific weapons, the guide is in some terms TR only. But I will also tell you what I think about the weapons of the NC and the VS, even if I don't play them all the time. First I will talk about the loadout, then about anti-infantry weapons, and in the end of the video I will talk about AV weapons, so anti-vehicle weapons, and give some general tips about driving a Harasser. Well, let's start. So basically the Harasser is a toy for more experienced players. Why? Because the Harasser is pretty expensive to cert, and there are situations where it is just not effective at all. You also need two experienced players to be really effective with the Harasser. A good gunner needs a good driver, and a good driver also needs a nice gunner. Of course you can also make some kills alone with the Harasser, but you only get his full potential if you use it with a team of 2 people. So let's start with the loadout. I recommend vehicle stealth. You need to cert it to the maximum rank, because there you can drive next to an enemy tank and he won't even have the chance to see you on the map, until he hears the Vulcan starting. And also on infantry hunting, we had enough situations where we farmed so many people before anybody saw where we are. Compared to other upgrades, the armor just isn't worth the certs, because it really lacks in giving you more armor. It's just a little bit more, and that's not enough. If you drive all the times alone, you can think about engagement radar, because you can see light assaults on the map before they can blast you up, and this will save you a lot of times. But in general, if you drive with a gunner and a pilot, vehicle stealth is the way you wanna go. No matter if you hunt infantry or if you hunt vehicles. So let's move on to the performance slot. All of the chassis have advantages and disadvantages. But if I need to decide for one, I would take the Mountain Goat, or the Searcher Power chassis as it is called, because it helps you to climb hills and move to positions where you only can move with your Harasser. I also often use the Scrapper Combat chassis, and only a few times I go for the High Speed Combat chassis, because high speed only helps on Izomir, but in the most times you're really good off with the Mountain Goat, or if you don't like it you can go with the higher mobility of the Scrapper Combat chassis. Let's move to the utility slot. I tested the smoke, but it's not as useful as the fire suppression. The fire suppression gives you just a little bit health back that ensures your safe escape. Like if you got hit from 2 dumbfire rockets, you're nearly deaf and need to get out of the Harasser to repair. With fire suppression you're able to escape to a safe position before you need to repair, and you can also use it to repair minor damages while driving. And the shield diffuser is of course really useful if you like to troll on M stations or on biolabs, etc, etc. But in general, fire suppression for the win. Now let's move on to weapons. I love the Marauder. I like to farm infantry, and the Marauder is right now the best weapon to do the job. Because the PPA is only for infight, the shotgun is only for infight, and with the Marauder you can shoot targets on high distances, and it is also very effective in close combat. If you use the Marauder you can't do any damage to vehicle, so I recommend to take anti-vehicle mines with you, so the gunner can switch to the seat number 3, drop the mines next to an enemy tank, and then switch back to the Marauder and shoot them. And boom! You should only do this with vehicle stealth on maximum rank, otherwise the tank will see your Harasser on the minimap when you come too close to him. Especially if you try this on an experienced tank driver. To the VS and the NC player, you can use the ferry. It does nearly the same as the Marauder. It have a smaller magazine size and the bullet drop is a little bit higher, but it does also really a good job. And in contrast to the Marauder, it also does a little bit damage to vehicle. Now let's move on to the NC and the VS weapons. The NC have the shotgun. The big advantage of the shotgun is the one-hit kill, so you need a really good gunner who can perform this good, and you can do amazing drive-by kills with the NC shotgun. The biggest advantage of the shotgun is the high damage versus other harassers. So if you are in a harasser versus harasser fight and you're close enough, the shotgun kills nearly everything. I say nearly because thanks to the Vulcan buff, the Vulcan will make him really big troubles. The PPA is worse than the shotgun because after the nerf they got an extreme annoying spray of bullets. Yes, the PPA was incredibly overpowered a long time ago, at least on the harasser, but with the nerf it just got nerfed over the top. But I think also the PPA is nice for hit and run, especially if you can blast all your shots into a group of enemies. If you're not happy with your Empire specific weapon, you can still grab a ferry, which is basically the Marauder, so there is no need to cry. Anti-vehicle weapons. Since last Christmas, the Vulcan has 90 shots. Before it had 60, and we are a little bit too weak. With the 90 shots, it's now buffed over the top, and by far the strongest anti-vehicle weapon, at least on the harasser. It will one-clip any tank from the backside, and also with 60 shots it was possible to one-clip lightnings. So with the new Vulcan you have now 30 shots you can miss or just make mistakes, like letting the lightning turn his front in your direction, etc, etc. Harasser versus harasser, the Vulcan is the absolute overkiller. So I think a magazine of 75 bullets would be much more balanced. 90 is just too much. But I'm sure they will nerf it to uselessness again very soon, so don't worry. I don't think the NC and the VS anti-vehicle weapons are really effective on a harasser. You don't have enough burst damage, and without that, experienced tank driver will just kill you or force you to escape before you will get that kill. I think the Vulcan harasser is the only one who can hunt vehicles really effectively. If you are a successful NC or VS harasser driver and you know how to kill any enemy vehicle with your harasser, please let me know or let us know. I just don't think it is worth to search anti-vehicle harasser on the other Empire, because you can only hunt down smoking vehicle or something like that, and that's just not worth the money or the certs. The halberd. The halberd is a nice weapon when you're going to drive your harasser alone. Drive on a hill, snipe people away, or you can just snipe on vehicles, maybe vehicles who are low or something like that. But in general I cannot recommend it because the alternatives are just better. So let's start with the final part of the video, some short tips. First, you can repair your harasser from the rumble seat. The repair triggers easier when you move sideways with the harasser or backward. Always keep this in mind, but in general it is much faster to park behind some rock or something else and both repair together. Also, try to get on positions where nobody expects you. This will give you a lot of free kills before they even can find you, and it's really a lot of fun. The most important thing, have fun playing the harasser, try out new routes, how to reach some roofs of buildings or something like that, and thank you for watching my harasser guide. If you like, you can enjoy the rest of the video, there you can see some really nice harasser gameplay. And also feel free to subscribe for my channel. See you next time.
vielleicht einen Schatten, den er sieht. Er kommt vielleicht.
Ja, ich habe gesehen, dass er in unsere Richtung.
Versuchen zu markieren. Nee,
Dreier, gern's Dreier, gern's Dreier.
Minen?
Ja, hau raus, hau raus. Passt schon, lass. Eine reicht. Wenn er das nächste Mal zurückfährt, weil er getroffen wird, kriegen wir unseren Kill.
Du hoffst doch.
Ich hoffe es zumindest. Schau, vor uns ist ein Thunderer. Vor uns ist Infanterie mal. Du verteidigst mich wieder, ich leg die Minen. Jetzt kannst du auf den Thunderer schießen.
Warte.
Schieß auf den Thunderer, schnell.
Fahr.
Bin schon dabei. Perfekte Verbrechen. Das war jetzt nicht so perfekt. Gegen Rappen, schaut du. Ah. Egal, ich hole einen neuen.
Ja, okay.
Von oben. Das ist leicht.
Vanguard. Der Boot, sagst du irgendwas? Ja, fahr einfach mal ein bisschen im Kreis.
Ah, warte.
Ah, na komm schon.
Ja, ich geh da auch mal hin.
Nee,
Ja,
down.
der hat uns gekillt.
Achso,
Der
da.
rechte Jet. Wenn ich jemand anders hier
Das gibt's doch nicht.
Der ist.
Retten.
Weiter so. Granaten.
Jeder Schuss hat getroffen. Ich glaube, wir haben nur 1 oder 2 gemisst.
Kauf weiter, komm.
Ja, alles gut.
Jo, aber volle Lotte, geil. Ich hab den Kill gekriegt. Ich glaube, ich habe die Panzermine gezündet. Das war echt sehr gut, ey. Sehr gut, ey. Oh ja, aber es sind nur Vehikel. Das spawnt noch keiner. Also 1, 2 Infanterie laufen da rum, aber also durchfahren können wir da auf keinen Fall. Na, die Max will nicht sterben.
Stay alert! Enemy heavy nearby!
Hab's du? Ich lade gerade nach, oder? Ja, wir können einmal Drive-by, einmal durch.
Komm, du hast jetzt 2 Indies hintergelegt. Nein!
Ah. Sehr gut.
Oh, C4 erledigt.
So, raus.
Wie kam das bitte darüber, ey?
Coke oder Weiß, oder einer von auch,
Lad nach.
Ich bin gerade mit dem Max
Ja,
unterwegs.
ich bin auch gerade mit einer Max unterwegs.
Ah, das war nicht schlecht. Genau, du bist gut gefahren. Ich hab auch, glaube ich, 5 oder 6 Kills gekriegt. Das war ein guter Durchlauf.
Enemy engineer in the area! Spotted a hostile engineer! Just saw an enemy
Deployed auf Sandy vorausgenommen.
Sind denn die ganzen
Zurück,
Medics
zurück.
hier?
Echt, wie kann das denn sein? Wo kam der Typ bitte her?
Oh, da vorne, oder?
Weiß
Hä,
nicht,
das gibt's doch nicht. Wo kam der her? Das ist nicht, ey.
ich hab den auch nicht gesehen. Ich schau ja immer noch.
Ja, das heißt, der war
Das
auf
ist
einmal
eine
da.
leichte Einheit, der da rumgebildet hat.
Der war auf einmal da und dann zack hat's rumgemacht, ey.
Da hatte ich noch die Panzermine equipped. Hab noch 100 Schuss. Ja, ich hatte gerade keinen Winkel, 100 Schuss noch.
Komm wieder über die Plattform hier.
Sauber.
Spotted a hostile infiltrator.
Max down. Da ist noch ein weiterer Max. Sauber. Geil. Da ist ein neuer Sunny gespawnt, wo wir den anderen gesprengt haben. Ja, ich hab welchen. Ich hab 3 Stück. Ich gehe auf den 3. Platz. Da ist ein... Oh, fuck. Los, raus hier.